So, hello everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, Himanshu. Good evening, everyone. So, am I audible? Visible? Good evening, Ananya. Audible, visible, right? Okay. So, chalo then. Okay. So, if you have any doubt in the previous class, so please let me know so that we can in the initial say 5-10 minutes we can discuss any of the doubts that you have in the previous class, and then later on we can continue with today's class. So, any issues? Any issues? Brajneet, others, any issue? If you have any issue regarding be it answer writing or say be it any other content related issue or any doubts in the previous class, let me know, please. Okay, so are you guys seeing the toppers copy? Are you guys seeing the toppers copy? Yes, no, or you have taken oath under the constitution that you will not see the toppers copy. Okay. Okay, so please see to it. Yeah, say Divya and others, please see to it. So if you don't see the toppers copy, you'll not get to know. So how to write an answer or say what exactly is needed for UPSC, you'll not get to know. So that's the reason. Yes, Pihu. All the neighboring countries in India except Bhutan is becoming very close to China, pro China. Prem, easiest route, easiest route. If we have to reach, yeah, yes, Sakshi, it was under monarchy. So Afghanistan got its government in 1970s. So before that, it was monarchy. Sakshi, totally 14 classes. IR would be totally 14 classes. That is till next Friday. Okay, so let us start with fine. So these okay. See, amongst all the countries in the world, India is closest to which country? Good, Charan. See, in international relation, it's not about which country is close, which country serves our interest the most. So it's nothing like we have one close partner as such, nothing like that. See, during Cold War, USSR was our cold partner, was our close partner. So now we want benefits from USA, we want benefits from Israel, we want benefits from USSR, Russia. So as a reason, we cannot call any country as one of the closest ally or say the only closest ally. It keeps changing. So with time. Arun Mita, I don't think so. Any possibility of war in the future? Nothing as such. Yes, Zarana, that we can do it. Okay, so now let us start with today's class. So yesterday we had started with yes, Gunjan, it's going to help you here. So you by seeing toppers copy, you will get to know what exactly needs to be written. So rather than mindlessly reading some random things, you'll get to know that what exactly needs to be written. Or say, if you get to know, if you go through the toposcopy seriously, you will know that what is the level of answers that you have to write. So based on that, you can align your preparation. Yes, Brajin, self-interest is the most important one in IR. Okay. Okay, fine. So, Chaladan, let us start with Heart of Asia Istanbul process. See here, in order to understand Heart of Asia Istanbul process, you have to know that this is Turkey, this is Afghanistan, and this is India. Okay, see, across all the almost all the emerging countries are focusing on engaging with Afghanistan, because via Afghanistan it becomes easy to enter Central Asia. It is not that India is the only country which is intelligent and it wants to engage with Central Asia in order to access uranium, rare earth elements, and natural gas. All the countries across the world want uranium, rare earth elements, and natural gas. So, and since Central Asia is more or less landlocked, the easiest path to enter Central Asia is via Afghanistan. So, what Iran did, what Turkey did was, Turkey initiated a grouping. So, something like when you read SARC, so SARC is a grouping for South Asia region. So what Turkey did was, Turkey, both Turkey and Afghanistan. So this is Turkey. So this is Turkey. So Turkey and Afghanistan, they came together in order to form a grouping known as Heart of Asia Istanbul process. So what is this Heart of Asia Istanbul process? The crux of this Heart of Asia Istanbul process is that India is also member. So in this grouping, it's a formal grouping where there are multiple countries are there. Say currently somewhere around 15 countries are there. So these 15 countries, including Turkey and Afghanistan, 15 countries includes Turkey and Afghanistan. So all these 15 countries will sit together in order to discuss the issues in Afghanistan, and what are the ways to resolve those issues. So what are the measures that we can take to overcome these issues. So that is called as your Heart of Asia Istanbul process. Fine. I'll again repeat it. What is Heart of Asia Istanbul process? It is a grouping. It is a regional grouping. It is a regional grouping which was headed by Turkey and Afghanistan together, and India is also member. So currently there are 15 members are there. So in this 15 members, India is also one of it. So the agenda of this group of that is Heart of Asia Istanbul process is that we have to discuss what are the major issues that are there in Afghanistan, and all these 15 countries will try to give us solutions for it. And again, Afghanistan, through this Heart of Asia Istanbul process, through this grouping, Afghanistan can build a good relation with the 14 countries. So there are 15 countries. Of this 15, one is Afghanistan. So there are 14 new countries are there. So Afghanistan can build good relation with this 14 countries. So that is the crux of Heart of Asia Istanbul process. So quickly write down Heart of Asia Istanbul process. So everyone, so right, understood Heart of Asia Istanbul process. Heart of Asia Istanbul process. So write down here. It was launched by Afghanistan and Turkey in 2011. Launched in 2011 by Afghanistan and Turkey, and has 15 members. Launched. It's on the board itself. Launched in 2011 by Afghanistan and Turkey, and has 15 members. And has 15 members. And has 15 members. And has 15 members. Below this rider, India is also a member. 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 Okay, below this rider, it aims to promote cooperation and economic development. Now write on this. It aims to promote cooperation and economic development in Afghan region. It aims to promote cooperation and development in Afghan region and its neighbors and its neighbors and its neighbors. Yeah, Kitu, it aims to promote cooperation. It aims to promote cooperation and economic development in Afghanistan and its neighbors and its neighbors. So that is your Afghan. Yeah, so that is your Afghan relation. The heart of Asia, Istanbul process. Fine. So this is the broad understanding that you should have regarding Afghanistan. Now let us focus on the significance of Afghanistan for India. Why Afghanistan is important for us? Write down significance of Afghanistan for India. Significance of Afghanistan for India. So what are the significance of Afghanistan for India? So why Afghanistan is important? See, the first thing why Afghanistan is important is that for security purpose, and we saw earlier that the political system in Afghanistan is not a stable one. There are a lot of turmoils, lot of militant groups in Afghanistan, and Afghanistan is infamous for this golden triangle. So this is your golden triangle. So what is golden triangle? So sorry, golden crescent. So this is your golden crescent. So what is golden crescent? See here, so Golden Crescent, Iran, Afghan, Pakistan. So this region, so Iran, Afghan, Pakistan is this region. There's a lot of cultivation of opium. Opium is your drugs. So there's a illegal cultivation of opium in this region. Iran, Afghan, and Pakistan illegal cultivation. So if there's illegal cultivation of opium, it can easily be smuggled into India. So most of the drugs that comes into India, mainly in the Punjab belt, Punjab region, it's from this Golden Crescent. So if there is instability in Afghanistan, say if there are a lot of militant groups in Afghanistan, if there are a lot of political instability in Afghanistan, if Afghanistan has this kind of illegal drugs, if Afghanistan has illegal weapons, so what happens? All these bad things can easily enter into India. So why Afghanistan is important for India is that if India has a good relation with Afghanistan, Afghan government will take efforts to control all these things, all this illegal drugs, illegal weapons entering into India. Say, or to give an example, Bangladesh was infamous for all this kind of illegal drugs, illegal weapons, and fake Indian currency notes. Bangladesh had a lot of fake Indian currency notes, illegal weapons, and illegal drugs, human trafficking. So this was the main illegal activity that was going on in Bangladesh that was affecting India. So what India did after 2000, India started having a very good relation with Bangladesh. So Bangladesh government took all the efforts to control the radicalism, illegal weapons, and illegal drugs entering into India. So if we have to stop the illegal weapons, illegal drugs coming from Afghanistan to India, India requires the support of Afghan government. So without the support of Afghan government, it's not possible. So it is against again now that we have Taliban. So the reason why we are engaging with Taliban is that the Afghanistan has a lot of issues. So if that issue should not spill over to India, India should have a good relation with Afghan government. Fine. So this is the significance of Afghanistan to India. First one, right on for internal security. For internal security. For internal security. So write down here terrorism, to control terrorism. For internal security, to control terrorism, to control terrorism entering into India. Terrorism entering into India, to control terrorism entering into India. Entering into India. To control terrorism entering into India. So why Afghanistan, did you guys understand this concept? So why Afghanistan is important for India? From a security perspective, Afghanistan is very crucial because there are a lot of illegal activity that's going on in Afghanistan, say be it militant group, illegal weapons, illegal drugs. So because of all these illegal activities that's going on in Afghanistan, it can easily spill over into India. And all the illegal weapons, illegal drugs from Afghanistan can be demanded in India. See, if you have to stop any of this illegal things, say be it illegal weapons, illegal drugs, human trafficking, etc., there are two ways of controlling it. One is you have to control the demand side, and the another thing is you have to control the supply side. So without these two efforts, it's not possible. So if you have to stop the drugs in India, one is you can control the demand in India. So if you control the demand in India, or to one extent you can control the drug issue or say illegal weapon issue. But however, you should also take efforts to control the supply side. So without the efforts of the without controlling the supply side, it becomes very difficult for us to manage, be it terrorism or say be it illegal weapons or say any of the drugs. So next one, write down, to control narcotics, to control illegal narcotics. Narcotics means all the drugs. So narcotics, to control illegal narcotics, illegal narcotics, to control illegal narcotics, to control illegal narcotics. Within bracket you write drugs from golden drugs from golden crescent. Yeah, drugs from golden crescent. Close the bracket, entering into India. Close the bracket, entering into India. Entering into entering into India. Entering into India. Illegal narcotics or drugs from the Golden Crescent entering into India. And the next one, so write down, to control the illegal immigration into India. To control the illegal immigration into India. And please stop having a perception that Afghanistan is very far away. No, Afghanistan is in fact very closer. Say this is Hyderabad, this is Delhi, this is Hyderabad. The distance between Delhi and Hyderabad is way more higher compared to distance between Delhi and Afghanistan. So now compare the distance between your Punjab and Afghanistan. So it's much more closer. So Afghanistan is not like very it's not like a very far away from it. So see, Bhimare, in order to stop the supply, we cannot do it. If illegal weapons and illegal drugs are coming from Afghanistan, we cannot stop the supply. So the only way we can stop the supply is we have to take the efforts of Afghan government should take the efforts, and they should stop the supply. In the sense, the Afghan government should take efforts so that the illegal supply of drugs and weapons from Afghan entering into India gets stopped. So India cannot stop it. So India can only cut down the demand side in India. So at the borders, no matter how much you guard the border, there will be some loophole through which all these drugs can enter, all these weapons can enter. So the best way is the Bangladesh model. In Bangladesh model, earlier Bangladesh was notorious for all this illegal weapons. And when you take a Bangladesh, you learn that say in post 1970s till almost till 2000, yeah, early 2000. There's lot of turbulence in the northeastern region, a lot of insurgency in India's northeastern states, and most of the funding, most of the illegal weapons were coming from Bangladesh itself. So so how could we control it? So how did we stop the supply of illegal weapons coming to Bangladesh? So because we requested the Bangladeshi government to do it, so or say to take a strict action against the people who are supplying illegal weapons. Only then we could stop it. And India cannot march into Afghanistan and stop it. So that's not possible, right? Okay. So next one, illegal. Next one, right on. To check Pakistan's terrorism activities. To check the Pakistan's terrorism activities. Okay. See here, currently this one is not like 100% valid, but however, please see here, if you flip the page of the Afghan political system, evolution of Afghan political system. So what was the type of government between 2001 till 2021? What is the type of government? What is the type of government between 2001 till 2021? Can someone answer? Flip your page. Flip your page. Yes, very good, Sakshi. So it was a democracy. Yeah, exactly. It was a democracy, democratically elected government with the support of USA. So India had a very close ties with this democratically elected government. But however, note this point that Pakistan and Afghanistan did not have a good relation with this democratically elected government. So from 2001 till 2021, there was a democratically elected government. Pakistan did not have a good relation with the democratically elected government. So Pakistan had ties with Taliban. So Pakistan was directly supporting Taliban also. You would have noticed that Osama bin Laden, who was a mastermind of this 9/11 attack, so he where was he residing? He was residing in Pakistan. So Pakistan was indirectly supporting Taliban, not Pakistan as such, but Pakistan army. Pakistan army was indirectly supporting Taliban. So as a reason, the democratically elected government in Afghanistan did not maintain a good relation with Pakistan. But however, India was very close ally to Afghanistan. So as a reason, what the Afghanistan did, Afghanistan allowed India to establish a lot of consulates along Afghanistan Pakistan border. So Afghan government, the democratically elected government, 2021 up till 2001, from 2001 to 2021, India had established series of consulates along Afghanistan Pakistan border. Now we have closed most of it. We have closed because Taliban hasn't given us the permission. But however, 2001 to 2021, we had a series of consulates. It was our intelligence agencies mainly. In the garb of Indian consulate, we had Indian intelligence agency on the other side of Afghanistan, so that we could monitor Pakistan. So that was possible. Now, and this is Kabul. Kabul was the main embassy. Indian embassy was in Kabul, but however, along the Afghanistan-Pakistan border, India had multiple consulates. So consulates means so. The highest one is embassy, and the next one is your consulate. So we had established a lot of consulates over there, through which we could monitor Pakistan. But now that is not the case as of now, because Pakistan, which was supporting Taliban, now Taliban is the one that is running the government in Afghanistan. Okay. So to check the Pakistan terrorism, so fine. So this is the internal security perspective. So next, let us write down. So geoeconomics perspective. Bhimare consulates means we have embassy. Embassy. If India, if you go to Delhi, there is U.S. embassy. U.S. embassy in the sense it is the top office of USA in India. The branch office of USA in India is consulates, or say any of it. Okay, embassy means it is the top representative entity in any country. We call it as embassy. The branch office of this embassy is called as consulates. So we had multiple consulates along this border. So the embassy was in Kabul, Afghanistan, Kabul. But however, we had multiple consulates along the along the border. So consulates is nothing but kind of a branch office. So U.S. embassy is in New Delhi. In India, U.S. embassy is in New Delhi. So their consulate office is in Chennai also. So if you have to get a visa, you need not go to travel to U.S. embassy. You can go to U.S. Consulate and get the things done in Chennai. So, okay. So that is the difference between embassy and consulate. Okay, so write down here geoeconomics benefits. Geoeconomics benefits. Geoeconomic benefits. Geoeconomic benefits. So write down. India can access to India can access to important mineral resources. India can access to important important mineral resources minerals from Afghan. So Afghan, see here, Afghan is famous for gems. So write down here, Afghan example, iron, iron, copper, gems. Yeah, the gems and stones, gems and stones. Okay, gems and stones. Fine. Okay, so next one, write down. In and again on the western side of Afghanistan, there's a lot of unproved that is oil and natural gas reserves, but still the mining has not been started. So right on here, yeah. So right on here, energy resources, energy resources. Next to it, right on Afghanistan, western part of Afghanistan. That is western part of western Afghanistan. Afghanistan has a rich reserves of oil and natural gas, rich reserves of oil and natural gas, which which can which can help India's energy security, which can help India's energy security, help India's energy security. Fine. So this is the geoeconomics importance of Afghanistan for India. Now let us see the Now let us see the geopolitical benefits of Afghanistan for India. So write down here geopolitical benefits of Afghanistan for India. Geopolitical benefits of Afghanistan for India. Geopolitical benefits of Afghanistan for India. See here, first one is why Afghanistan is important for India, mainly in order to enter Central Asia. First one, write down to to yeah to push India's interest, to push India's interest interest in Central Asia, Central Asia via Connect Central Asia policy. Connect Central Asia policy. Connect Central Asia policy. To push India's interest in Central Asia via Connect Central Asia policy. Yeah, and the next geopolitical importance is that to counter China's rise, to counter to counter China's rise, to counter China's rise. See again, Afghanistan is very important. On one side, Turkey is also trying to influence Afghanistan. USA for the last 20 years it was influencing Afghanistan. Now that after 2021, see here, after 2021, when USA retreated its army, now China is playing that important role. Now China is actually engaging with Taliban. So if we have to, and China is increasing its influence in Afghanistan. So if we have to, and another geopolitical importance for India regarding Afghanistan is that we require Afghanistan's support in order to control the China's rise. If we are not engaging with Afghanistan, so China will become very close to Afghanistan, and again its influence in the region will increase. So if we have to cut down the influence of China in Afghanistan, so we require to engage with Afghanistan, right on, to control, to counter, to counter, yeah, right on, to counter China's rise in Afghan region, in Afghan region, to control China's rise in Afghan region. Fine. Okay. So next geopolitical importance is that, see, now look at from the world's perspective, global perspective. Global perspective, China, that is Afghanistan is also an underdeveloped country. It's a global south, and in the global perspective, in all the important international organizations, the West is dominating. So if we have to overpower the West, we require support. We require votes. Say if there has to be any reforms in UN, if there has to be any reforms in IMF, World Bank, etc., we require the support. We require votes, voting. If there's any voting, we require the support. For that, Afghanistan plays a very important role. India requires Afghanistan's support in the global forum to raise the voice for global South. So right on here, the next one, right on. India requires India requires India requires Afghan support. Did you guys get it? See, again, it's something like in international affairs also, it's something like your parliament. So we require a lot of votes. If we have to change any policies, or if we have to change any policies in World Bank, IMF, etc., we require support from other countries. And since Afghanistan is a part of global South, if Afghanistan supports India, India can be the voice of global South. India can be the leader of global South. So India requires Afghan support to become leader leader of global South, to become leader of global South, and push for push for reforms reforms in international organization, international organization, organization, push for reforms in international organization. Got it? Okay, so this is the broad first point. Which one, Muskan? uh, yeah, this one, right? To So currently what's happening is that in Afghanistan, since Afghanistan has a lot of mineral resources, gas and oil, China is investing a lot of money in Afghanistan. So we are having a competition in Afghanistan with respect to China. So if we do not engage with the Afghanistan government, Afghan government will become pro China, and later on it will affect us. So that is countering China's rise in Afghanistan. Okay, fine. So these are the and these are the broad geopolitical benefits of Afghanistan for India. But however, what are the present challenges that we have with Afghanistan? So right on here, present challenges with Afghanistan. Present challenges with Afghanistan. Present challenges with Afghan. present challenges with Afghan. So the first one is security. So now Afghan from 2021 onwards, please see here, 2021 on, just analyze over here. From 2021 onwards, Taliban has taken over Afghan government. And this Taliban, India was completely against Taliban. So India never recognized Taliban, and India was outrightly considering Taliban as a terror outfit because the works they did, and they were the ones who sponsored the hijack of Indian aeroplane. They were the ones who are sponsoring the LET, Lashkar-e-Taiba, Jaish-e-Mohammed, JEM and LET, who are attacking India on regular basis. So as a reason, we had outrightly declared Taliban as an terror element. But however, Pakistan, what Pakistan was doing was that Pakistan was engaging with Taliban, and Pakistan's stance was that there are good Talibans and there are bad Taliban. It was sounding very funny when Pakistan was telling, but currently Indian government is also engaging with Taliban because there's no other option. So now Pakistan was telling that we will engage with we will engage with Taliban because the Taliban, not all Taliban are bad. So there are good Taliban, there are bad Taliban. We will engage with good Taliban. That was Pakistan's stance. And what China did, China was also engaging with Taliban. It was India who was not engaging with Taliban. So we were thinking that US, and again here in 2021, US retreated their army from Afghanistan, right? That was all of a sudden decision. In fact, the world had never expected that US would retreat the army so quickly. One fine day, US decided that we will retreat the army. But however, India had also not expected that we would yeah, just one second. Yeah, India had also not expected that we would USA would retreat, take their army back from Afghanistan. So as a reason, we did not plan a good negotiation with Taliban as such. So all of a sudden, when in 2021 August 15th, when all of a sudden US took away their army, so Taliban formed the government in Afghanistan. So what we did in 2021, we immediately shut our embassy on all the IFS officers that were present in Afghanistan, who were present in Afghanistan, and they were called back to India. And we did not have embassy after 2021, and it was in the recent times we have started. We have reopened the embassy in Afghanistan, but however, we earlier when the democratic government was there, right, from 2001 till 2021, democratic government was there. So during this democratic government, yeah, no, during this democratic government, we had multiple consulates, not just one. We had multiple consulates in Afghanistan, and we had an embassy in Afghanistan. Now we have one main embassy, and the consulates are not functioning properly. So this is the broad challenges as of now that we have, and we are starting the negotiation with Taliban. But however, we haven't completely built a very good rapport with Taliban. So this is the current position, also current challenges that we have. So write down here the present challenges. Understood? Should I again repeat it? Okay, I'll again repeat it. See here what happened. So currently the challenge is that, any doubt here? Should I'll quickly summarize it. So in South Asia region, please focus here. There's a competition between India and China, right? In South Asia, there's a competition between India and China. India and Pakistan, we are not in a good relation between India and Pakistan. So with Afghanistan, see, everything is interconnected with Afghanistan. So 2001 till 2021, we had a very good relation, one of the closest ally which we had. Now, during this period, we were so close that we did not even accept Taliban. We did not even recognize Taliban. In fact, we were calling Taliban as a terror element because the Afghan government between 2001 to 2021, they were calling Taliban as terror element. we were also calling Taliban as a terror element. In fact, Taliban had affected us a lot because Taliban was supporting LET, Lashkar-e-Taiba, and Jaish-e-Mohammed. And Taliban was the key player in hijacking Indian plane also. So we were right in calling Taliban as a terror element between 2001 to 2021. But this this Pakistan was supporting Taliban. This Pakistan was supporting Taliban. ठीक है? And China was engaging with Taliban during this period itself, 2001 to 2021. China was also engaging with Taliban, and again, yeah, and again, if you see here, what was USA doing? USA, the world did not expect that USA one fine day in 2021 they will leave Afghanistan. No one expected. India also did not expect. So as a reason, what happened on August 15th, USA left. In the sense, in the beginning of August, beginning of first week of August, 2021, USA left on August 15th. So Taliban formed a government in Afghanistan. So as a reason, we had to vacate our embassy. Indian IFS officers had to vacate the embassy, and all the consulates in Afghanistan was vacated. So we did not have any embassy or consulate when Taliban came into power. It was only in the recent times we have reopened our embassy, and most of our consulates, which was functioning during this period 2001 to 2021, is not functioning anymore. The reason being that we are still in a process of engaging with Taliban. We haven't clearly developed a good relation with Taliban. So this is the issue. So now have a broad perspective. Pakistan is against us, China is against us. But Pakistan is a friend of Taliban. China is also a friend of Taliban. So the challenges becomes much more worse because Taliban is kind of a terror element. No matter they are no matter what they are in the government, they are in the government, but they are kind of a terror element itself. They don't respect civil rights, they don't respect democracy, they don't respect equality, nothing. So it's kind of your terror element itself. So Taliban is a terror element. Now we cannot officially tell that Pakistan is a terror element. So we were Taliban as a terror element, but before 2021 we were officially calling Taliban as a terror element. So this is the challenge that we are having now. Fine. Okay, so right down here. So the present challenges, post Taliban takeover, post Taliban, post Taliban, post Taliban takeover, post Taliban takeover, India has a strained, India has a strained diplomatic relation with Taliban. With Taliban, fine, has a strained diplomatic relation with Taliban. So next one, right on, geopolitical, geopolitical competition, or say geopolitical challenge, geopolitical challenge, Taliban, Taliban, or second, right, Taliban is close with, Taliban is close with Pakistan, Taliban is close with Pakistan and China. This affects, this affects India's interest in the region. So now in the South Asia region, India will not get support from Afghanistan because see when we take up SARC, I'll just give you one example. So what happened was that In 2016, Pakistan attacked India, Pathankot attack. So what India did, India told that we will not engage with Pakistan in SARC. So there's a grouping called as SARC, right? So we will not engage with SARC. So India told. Immediately, Afghan told that, okay, we will support Afghanistan, we will support India. So, because that time it was a democratically elected government, 2016, before 2021, it was a democratically elected government. It is very close to India. So, when India told that we are against Pakistan, Afghanistan supported India. So, in the region, we had a good clout. But however, now Afghanistan and Pakistan are a close friend. Afghanistan and China are a close friend. So in the region, if we want to have a support in the region, now Afghanistan will not come and support us. Probably it may not support us because Taliban has always been a close friend of Pakistan. So that is the issue. So this is the challenge. And the next challenge is human rights violation. So human rights violation, human rights, human rights violation. Next is militancy. Militancy, militancy groups, militancy groups in Afghan, militancy group in Afghan. Okay, human rights violation in the sense, women are not allowed to go out. There's no religious freedom as such. So that those are your human rights violation. There are a lot of militancy groups in Afghanistan, which can affect, which can spill over, also which can influence. Okay, which can cause insurgency, which can cause insurgency, which can cause insurgency in India, which can cause insurgency in India, which can cause insurgency in India. So these are the present challenges that we have with Afghanistan. So now write down measures to overcome the challenges. Measures or same, yeah, write down measures or way ahead, measures or way ahead. Okay, what are the measures to engage with? What are the measures that say way to overcome all these challenges? First one is engage with Taliban. Engage with Taliban. There's no alternative, even though Taliban is a terror outfit to which is a well-known terror outfit, but there is no alternative. We have to engage because we have invested a lot of money in Taliban Afghanistan, and we require Afghanistan to access Central Asia. So there is no alternative. Even though Taliban is considered as a terror outfit, we can't do anything. There's no alternative. We have to engage with them. Fine. So this is engaging with Taliban. No alternative. So engaging with Taliban through diplomatic, through diplomatic channels. Through diplomatic channels. Through diplomatic channels. In fact, USA, which had spent close to almost $1 trillion for 20 years to fight a war against Taliban, is now started engaging with Taliban. Look at the consequences. So USA has spent near to $1 trillion. One almost $1 trillion amount of money has been spent by USA to attack Taliban. So for 20 years, they tried. It was not possible, and now USA has also started developing relation with Taliban. No alternative. So if USA is doing, then we should also do it, because there is no alternative. If we do not engage with Taliban, Taliban will become a very close ally of Pakistan. If we do not engage with Taliban, Taliban will become a close ally of China. So that's the reason we have to engage with Taliban. And the next one is increase people to people contact, increase people to people contact, increase P2P, people to people contact. And the next one is provide developmental assistance. Provide developmental, provide developmental assistance. Provide developmental assistance. Provide developmental assistance. So these are the measures or way ahead that we need to take in order to build a good relation with Afghanistan. Got it? Okay. So now we will take up India, Bangladesh. Very interesting one. So you'll get to know that a interesting story. So between India and Bangladesh. Okay. So right on here, India, Bangladesh. Militancy, Nilanjana, militancy group. Okay. Heart of Asia concept, right? Nagentaran. No, no. What's your doubt? What's your doubt? Nilanjana. Yes, Simran. So Golden Crescent, if you see here, this is Golden Crescent. So in Golden Crescent, a lot of illegal drugs, basically opium. Opium is nothing but drugs. Okay, poppy culture, opium culture. So illegal opium is being cultivated in this region, Iran, Afghan, Pakistan, in this region. So in this region, illegal opium is cultivated. Illegal opium is drugs. So this illegal opium, if it's cultivated in a large scale, the opium will be very cheap over here. So it can easily enter into India because in India also there is a demand for opium. So see, all the bad things, there's definitely a genuine demand for it. So even though it is bad, there's a demand for it. So since there's a demand for it, and this illegal opium is cultivated in a large scale, Iran, Afghan, Pakistan, in this region, illegal opium is cultivated in a large scale. So it is at a cheaper cost. It can easily enter into India. So we require Afghanistan's support to stop coming into India, to stop the supply of illegal opium entering into India. See, if you have to stop any activity, say be it illegal arms, illegal weapons, human trafficking, anything, you will have to focus on two sides, that's your demand side and supply side. In India, through education, through laws, through strict deterrent laws, we can try to stop the demand side. So we can try to stop. I'm genuinely using the word try to stop. So it's not that we can completely stop. It's not possible. If illegal opiums are coming at a very cheaper cost, it becomes very difficult to stop it. So if the supply is coming at a cheaper cost, it becomes very difficult to stop it. So if you have to stop the illegal drugs in India, one is on the demand side you have to stop, on the supply side also you have to stop. If you have to stop from the supply side, we require support of Afghanistan, we require support of Pakistan. But since the topic is regarding Afghanistan, so to stop the illegal supply of the drugs in India, opium in India, so we require the support of Afghanistan. So that is the concept. Okay, Heart of Asia concept. Nagendran, see, Heart of Asia concept, it's a simple, yeah, simple grouping. So we have SARC. SARC is a grouping, right? SARC is a grouping of the South Asian countries. So Heart of Asia concept, it is a grouping of 15 countries. which was led by Turkey, and Afghan. Both Afghan and Turkey came together in order to form a grouping. It's a formal grouping, it's an intergovernmental grouping. These 15 countries have come together in order to discuss the issues in Afghanistan, in order to discuss the terror activities in Afghanistan, and all these 15 countries can focus on ensuring peace and stability in Afghanistan. And if Afghanistan is engaging with the remaining countries in this heart of Asia, Afghan can build a good relation with these remaining 14 countries. So there are 15 countries including Afghanistan. So 14 countries are there. Afghanistan can build a good relation with 14 countries. If Afghanistan builds a good relation with 14 countries, Afghanistan will also develop. So that is the concept of heart of Asia. And again, heart of Asia was actually against Taliban. Okay? So till 2021 we had heart of Asia. After that we did not have any heart of Asia program. Heart of Asia Istanbul process. Why only for Afghanistan issue organization is made and not for, see, Afghan, the reason why Heart of Asia Istanbul process was initiated was that Afghan is not a very stable government. It's a very new government, very new government, nascent government which doesn't have adequate money. So if you see Afghan parliament was built by India. Yeah, Afghan के पास पैसा नहीं है. Afghan doesn't have adequate money. So, if Afghan doesn't have adequate money, they will have to take support from other country. So this was one organization through which Afghan could get some money. So that is get some money, help, technical assistance, etc. So that was your Heart of Asia Istanbul process. See, Nilanjana, India has a border with Afghanistan, but however, as of now, that region is acquired by Pakistan, but it belongs to India. So, see here, this dark green. If you see here, dark green, so focus on this region. This region, dark green is Afghanistan. This cream color is India. So, but however, this red region, however, this black region is now under POK, Pak occupied Kashmir. So, as of now, we don't have a direct border with Afghanistan, but POK is an integral part of India. So, we consider Afghanistan as our neighbor. Okay. Yeah, got it. Okay, fine. So this was India-Afghan relation. Human rights violation. Human rights violation. Nilanjana, human rights violation. You're talking about this one. Bhimare, provide developmental assistance. See, if we have to engage with Taliban, now the fact is that Taliban also doesn't have money. So if we have to build a good relation with Taliban, we have to give them some money. We have to provide them with some developmental assistance in terms of construction of road, right, schools, etc. So yeah, provide developmental assistance. Fine. Okay. Yeah, as of now, there is no one global leader, that is leader of global South as such. India is seen as one of the leader of global South. Brazil, South Africa, China, Russia. So sorry, not Russia. China, that is a BRICS. BRICS minus Russia. The BRICS countries minus Russia. We are I see as BRICS minus Russia is seen as a leader for global South. It's not just one leader as such. So Brazil, India, China, South Africa. So these is seen as a leader of global South. Russia is kind of powerful here. Russia, Russia is powerful. Okay, Russia is challenging USA. Okay, India is also not challenging USA. No, see, Bhimare, if there's any insurgency in Afghanistan, for that matter, Afghanistan, Pakistan, any of our neighbor, if there is any instability in our neighbor, that will spill into our country. Say, if your every day, if your neighbor is fighting, so what would happen? You will also get some disturbance. If every day there is some illegal activities going on in your neighbor, so gradually that will also influence your people in your home. So that, so as a reason we require a peaceful neighborhood. uh, why not Russia seen as a leader? No, Russia is a north. Yeah, it's a developed one, developed in the sense it's a part of global north. So don't undermine Russia. Global South is the emerging economy, emerging economics in the sense who got independence in the recent times. Recent times in the sense last less than 100 years old country. But whereas Russia, like it's a military power. Russia is a military power. It is challenging USA. Fine. Okay. So now let us start with India, Bangladesh. Bhimare, we have already started diplomatic engagements with Taliban. In fact, we have reopened our embassy in Afghanistan. So, but all the consulates which were used for intelligence purpose to get all the intelligence from Pakistan, that we haven't opened as yet. But however, our embassy is functioning, but not in a full capacity. So yeah. Again here it is challenging for India also, and from Taliban side also it is challenging because look at from Taliban's side. On Taliban, just think from Taliban's perspective. India was a country who was calling Taliban outrightly as a terror element, so we told that we will never talk with Taliban. So this is on one side. On the other side, China is there. So China was talking with Pakistan. So talking with Taliban. And what India can give? India can give developmental assistance, matlab give money. So China can also give money. So India, what India can give? So the good advantage that India has is culture. There's some cultural similarities between Afghanistan and India, but whereas whatever India can give in terms of money, etc., China can easily give. And China had already built a good relation with Taliban. So think from Taliban's perspective. So Taliban, that's the reason why Taliban is moving closer to China. China has a lot of money compared to India, and China has never called Taliban as a terror element. So it was India who was calling Taliban as a terror element. Yeah, and it was rightly so. So India was taking an ethical stance, calling Taliban as a terror element because we suffered from Taliban. So as a reason, we genuinely called Taliban as a terror element. Now that the situation has changed, we are forced to change our foreign policy and start engaging with Taliban. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, they are Bimare. It was Taliban who supported Lashkar-e-Taiba, LAT, and Jaish-e-Mohammed, JEM. So it was Taliban who supported outrightly, openly. They supported LAT and JEM, and it was these LAT and JEM who are responsible for almost all the terror activities in Pakistan, in India, the Kashmir. So now we are forced to do it because. We have to look at a greater picture. At the greater picture, if we do not engage with Taliban, China will take that role. And again, if we do not engage with Taliban, we cannot enter Central Asia. So because of these two reasons, we have to engage with with Taliban. We have to just forget the history. Okay, Taliban was very bad to us historically. Now we have to build good relation. That's the reality. We have to build the good relation. Uh, Fine. So okay, got it. Yeah, so now let us start with India Bangladesh. Interesting story. Now, if you consider Bangladesh is one of the closest ally, but however, in the recent times, nothing to, again here in the class, please, I'm very cautious because I don't want someone to twist my words and take it in a different meaning. So very cautious. Please do not bring politics in the class lectures. In the sense, don't interpret the class lecture from your political point of view. So since being, I'll just tell you the current condition between India and Bangladesh. India and Bangladesh after 2014, we are having a good relation with India and Bangladesh. But however, in the recent times, due to some citizenship policy in India, the relation between India and Bangladesh has got strained. This is one aspect. And the second aspect is due to China's over influence in of Bangladesh, the relation between India and Bangladesh has strained. But it's not like India and Pakistan relation. So it's not like say India, the degree of strain between India and Pakistan is very high. We are not having a proper diplomatic engagements. But however, between India and Bangladesh, there are subtle frictions are there. What are those frictions? One friction is due to there's again here no politics here. I don't want to give any opinion on any of the political laws in India. So there was a law called as Citizenship Amendment Act. This Citizenship Amendment Act, because of the Citizenship Amendment Act and China factor. So because of these two things, currently there are some frictions between India and Bangladesh, or else we are having a good relation between India and Bangladesh as of now. Fine, got it? I hope you know what is Citizenship Amendment Act, right? Most of you should be knowing current affairs, citizenship polity. You guys know it, right? Okay, most of you know it. ठीक है, ठीक है, ठीक है. Lakshya, the river issues have been resolved here. Now, that's what. See, if you have to see with again here now that the election is over, in the election there was an issue that was that was regarding Kachativo Island, right? So there was an allegation that India had given away Kachativo Island to Sri Lanka, okay, which India did not have claims for long duration during British, but then later on, the legal title of that island belongs to Sri Lanka now. But whatever that happens in that island, rights is with India. So we haven't completely ceded away the island to Sri Lanka as such. They just have the legal title. So, the island on paper belongs to Sri Lanka, but however, all the economic activities around the island is still controlled by India itself. So this was the case. But however, if you consider with Bangladesh, we had given away our some of our land to Bangladesh. So we are such a close we are having such a close relation with Bangladesh. We had given away, this happened in 2015, not some say multiple decades back. This happened recently. So in 2015 we had given away some of our land to Bangladesh so that we can resolve the border disputes. This happened in 2015. So we are having a good relationship with Bangladesh. But however, because currently the relationship, there is some friction in the relationship between India and Bangladesh. That is because of CA, Citizenship Amendment Act. And the next one is China factor. So in Citizenship Amendment Act, the law says that if there is any minorities in Bangladesh who have suffered persecution, they can come to India. The law says that, and India will give them citizenship. It means that Bangladesh government has not potential to safeguard their minorities. That is the meaning that is interpreted by Bangladesh. So Bangladesh feels that because of the Citizenship Amendment Act in India, it shows that Bangladesh doesn't have the capacity to safeguard the minorities in Bangladesh. So this is one factor, and the another factor is that Bangladesh is slightly moving towards China. In the sense, Bangladesh is taking investment from China, which India is not liking. So these are the two main issues. Okay, so fine, got it. But if you consider comparatively, again here, this happened in from 2014 till 2019. 2014 till 2019, we had the best relation with Bangladesh. It was only after 2019 some friction are there, but however, it is relatively less compared with respect to Pakistan, with respect to even Nepal, with respect to Afghanistan, with respect to Myanmar. If you consider these four countries with respect to Pakistan, Nepal, currently it's also Nepal, with respect to Pakistan, Afghanistan, Nepal, and Myanmar, if you compare these four countries, we are close ally with Bangladesh comparing with these four countries. So, this is the thing you have to understand. So, now let us see the basics of Bangladesh. See, Bangladesh was formed in 1971. So, before 1971, so this was Pakistan. So the current Bangladesh, this was known as East Pakistan. This was known as East Pakistan. This was known as West Pakistan. This was your West Pakistan. So when India was partitioned in 1947, on one side there was West Pakistan, on the other side there was East Pakistan. The combination of West Pakistan and East Pakistan was called as Pakistan. But however, this Pakistan was mainly run by Western Pakistan. That is the current Pakistan. So Islamabad was here, and all the political actions were going on in the Western Pakistan. And again, Western Pakistan was dominated by Urdu speaking people. And the culture of Western Pakistan is different from the culture of Eastern Pakistan. So you would notice that it's something like this. The culture of Punjab region. Can you notice the difference between the culture of Delhi and Kolkata? Can you notice the culture difference between Punjab region and Kolkata? The Kolkata culture is similar to Bangladesh culture. So the culture is different, the language was different. So Western Pakistan, the culture was different, language was different. Eastern Pakistan culture was different, language was different, but the uniting factor was religion. Islam was common between Western Pakistan and Eastern Pakistan. But however, apart from Islam, everything had some variation. So because of this, the Western Pakistan, the problem what Western Pakistan did was that they did not respect the Eastern Pakistan. Respect the Eastern Pakistan in the sense, the culture was not properly respected, the language was not properly respected. So Western Pakistan considered Urdu as a national language. But however, in Eastern Pakistan, in Bangladesh, Bangla language is the most spoken language. Urdu is not the most spoken language. Bangla is the most spoken language, and it was not considered. So because of this issue, so the Eastern Pakistan felt that in Eastern Pakistan, in the sense, the current Bangladesh felt that there's a lot of discrimination that is going on in Pakistan. So as a reason, there was a civil war in the sense rebellion, civil rebellion was going on in Eastern Pakistan against the Western Pakistan. So what this Western Pakistan did, it sent army to Eastern Pakistan to control. No, Nikita, no audio. Am I audible? Audible, right? Yeah, audible. Yes, I think there's some issue in your side. Okay, see here, please understand the story. So your Eastern Pakistan, the current Bangladesh, was not properly respected by the Western Pakistan. So as a reason, there was a civil war in a sense, agitation against the Western Pakistan. So in order to stop that agitation, Western Pakistan sent army into Eastern Pakistan. They literally sent army. They sent army against their own people. See, earlier this was also Pakistan. This is Pakistan. This is West Pakistan. Sent army to come suppress this East Pakistan against their own people. So what happened in East Pakistan? In this East Pakistan, there was a civil kind of a civil war, and because of this, there was lot of refugee. So there was lot of refugee crisis because of that. So since army came into that is the Western Pakistan army came into Bangladesh in a sense East Pakistan. This we are talking. Please see here. This we are talking before 1971. Whatever we are speaking now, that is before 1971. Bangladesh was formed in 1971. Whatever we are speaking now, it is before 1971. So West Pakistan sent army into Bangladesh. So there was a civil war. In order to suppress the civil war, Bangladesh, West Pakistan sent army into the current East Pakistan, also Bangladesh. So as a reason, there was a refugee crisis, and India wanted to stop this one because India didn't wanted to take a lot of refugees. And see, the problem here, you have to understand that why every country is very cautious about refugee is that refugees are the most vulnerable section. Fine, just think calmly, leave out all the ethics etc aside for time being. Think as a statesman, think as a person who should control the country. It's think as a statesman who should control the country, who should protect our own people. See, in international relation, protecting my citizen is the first ethical duty that you have to do. So usually the refugees are the most vulnerable section. If there are say 100 refugees, fine, it's manageable. If there's a lakhs of refugee coming, they are the most vulnerable section. If they are most vulnerable section, they could be misused by the vested interest people. They are the vulnerable section. So some vested interest people could use them as a terrorist. Some vested interest people could use them as a Naxal people. So they are the most vulnerable section. They have nothing to lose. They have lost everything. If some refugees coming to India, they have lost everything. They have nothing more to lose. They are in a vulnerable situation. If Indian government can monitor them properly, it's well and good. If the refugee crisis is so much that if Indian government is not able to monitor them, they have nothing to lose. Then the vested interest people will contact these guys, and they can enter into terrorism, or so they can become Naxals, etc. So that is the reason why we are always cautious regarding the refugees. We take in refugees as much as we can monitor them, but not taking refugees is nothing to do with we are unethical. It's not that India is unethical as such. It is difficult for us. And again, if there is something that happens in Indian soil, say if there is a refugee, hypothetical example, if there is one refugee who see Rajiv Gandhi's assassination. So who indulged in Rajiv Gandhi's assassination? Who assassinated Rajiv Gandhi? So it was a Sri Lankan refugee in India, right? So now this refugee had nothing to lose. She had nothing to lose. So she could even plan the assassination of the prime minister. Nothing to lose. So well, most vulnerable section, nothing to lose. And again, it becomes challenging if there are lakhs of refugees entering into India. It becomes challenging for internal security perspective. Again, don't think from your ethical perspective. Okay, in IR, the first ethical perspective is that you have to protect your people. So that is the first ethical duty that you have to do. If you have to protect your people, you can only take in the refugees which you can monitor properly. You have to monitor. So, but however, during this before 1971 war, there is a lot of refugee crisis, and India did not wanted that. So as a reason, India sent their army. India sent our army into this region, that is Bangladesh. And here, Pakistan army had also come. Indian army had also come. So here, both Indian army and Pakistan army fought, and again we won the war. In the sense, Pakistan army got defeated. So Pakistan army got defeated, and then Bangladesh got freedom. So that is the understanding about your Bangladesh. That is before Bangladesh was formed, 1971. Fine. Any doubts still here? The evolution, but this from historical context, but got it. Okay, so right on here, right on here, before 1971, before heading is before 1971, 1971. Bangladesh, present Bangladesh, present. Again, here we'll be writing a lot of the word Bangladesh. You can use some symbol like this. So B and N circle. So B and N circle means Bangladesh, because it's very difficult to write Bangladesh every time. Fine. So present Bangladesh within bracket, East Pakistan, East Pakistan, present Bangladesh within bracket you write East Pakistan. What? Nilanjana, what Naxal? Yeah, Naxal is internal security issues. Okay, I just give us an example. Okay, so right on here, present Bangladesh, East Pakistan was a part of was a part of Pakistan. Pakistan was a part of Pakistan. Was a part of Pakistan. East Pakistan didn't wanted to be East Pakistan didn't continue here. East Pakistan did not, or say East Pakistan did not want to be a part of West Pakistan and wanted autonomy autonomy as West Pakistan did not respect the culture did not respect the culture and language did not respect the culture and language of East Pakistan. East Pakistan. Fine. East Pakistan. Quick. This caused civil war. Civil war in East Pakistan. Caused civil war in East Pakistan, which which caused refugee crisis. Which caused a refugee crisis. Which caused refugee crisis in India, as vulnerable people from East Pakistan, people from East Pakistan entered India. As vulnerable section from East Pakistan entered India. Vulnerable people from East Pakistan entered India. Okay, find the scene. Okay, yeah, entered India. And the next one, right on. The West Pakistan tried to suppress it through army. The West Pakistan tried to suppress East Pak via army. However, Indian Army, Indian Army, Indian Army defeated defeated Pak Army, Pak Army in 1971. 1971. This led to Bangladesh formation. This resulted resulted in the independence of independence of East Pakistan. East Pakistan. Within bracket you write Bangladesh. East Pakistan within bracket Bangladesh. Okay, got it. Fine. So now write down the evolution of Bangladesh, India-Bangladesh relation. Evolution of India-Bangladesh relation. Okay, see here, in order to understand the evolution of India-Bangladesh relation, first you need to understand the political evolution in Bangladesh. See, you have to understand the political evolution in Bangladesh, then you can easily understand the India-Bangladesh relationship. Say, for example, if you consider here, that is earlier it was Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. Please everyone, for 5 minutes just focus over here. If you understand the political setup in Bangladesh, you'll know you can easily understand India Bangladesh relationship. First understand the political setup. So political evolution, how is the political system? See how when in Afghanistan we saw the political system, right? In Pakistan there are multiple power centers, that's the political system. In Afghanistan, multiple tribal groups. Now Taliban is ruling. So similarly, understand the political system, it becomes easy for you to understand the India-Bangladesh relation. See, it was this Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. So Sheikh Mujibur Rahman was the founder in the sense he was the important member who led Bangladesh to freedom. So he was Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. So the Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, so the current Prime Minister of Bangladesh is the right Sheikh Hasina. Sheikh Hasina is a daughter of Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. So the Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, so he played a very important role in Bangladesh freedom. So once Bangladesh got freedom, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman was the leader. So up till 1975, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman was the leader. So that once again. Yeah, almost till 1975. From 1971 till 1975, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman was the Prime Minister of Bangladesh. But however, the Bangladesh army, within Bangladesh, there was a coup. Coup in the sense the military assassinated the Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. That is, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman got assassinated, got killed, and from 1975 till 1990, 1975 till 1990, we had a military rule in Bangladesh. From 1975 till 1990, there was a military rule in Bangladesh. And again from 1990, so what happened? A democratically elected government was formed. So 1990, post 1990, democracy started in Bangladesh again. So only in the initial 4 years we had democracy in Bangladesh. 1971 to 1975 there was democracy. Election was there. In the first election, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman became the leader. So he got assassinated in 1975. From 1975 till 1990, army was ruling Bangladesh. So from 1990 onwards, we are having from 1990 onwards, we are having a democracy in Bangladesh. But however, please focus a democracy in the sense not like a super mature democracy as such, but democracy chal raha hai. So from 1990 onward, there are two parties that are there that are there in Bangladesh. One is BNP, Bangladesh Nationalist Party, and the next one is Awami League. And the next one is there are two parties. Like you can correlate with India also. There are two parties, Awami League and BNP. Awami League was Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. So Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, this one. Awami League belongs to Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, the party that gave freedom to Bangladesh. That is Awami League. So this is the current government in Bangladesh is Awami League. On the other side, we have BNP. So BNP is Bangladesh Nationalist Party. So Bangladesh Nationalist Party is kind of your right-wing party. Right-wing in a sense, extreme radical Islamic view. Sharia law. They want to promote Sharia law, radical Islamic view. So that is your Bangladesh Nationalist Party. Awami League party is more Awami League party is more liberal one. The current government in Bangladesh is Awami League. One thing you have to note that whenever Bangladesh has Awami League, we are having a good relation with Bangladesh. But whenever in Bangladesh there is a BNP, Bangladesh Nationalist Party, we do not have a good relationship with Bangladesh. Fine. This is a simple political evolution in Bangladesh. So what happened? 1971. Government was formed, and that lasted only for 4 years. 71, 72, 73, and 4 years. 75. This person was assassinated. Sheikh Mujibur Rahman was assassinated. Sheikh Mujibur Rahman belongs to Awami League. Awami League party was the one which gave freedom, which helped in the freedom movement of Bangladesh. But this party leader, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, was assassinated in 1975. From 1975 till 1990, we had army rule in Bangladesh. And from 1990 onwards, we are having governments in Bangladesh. But however, there are two parties in Bangladesh. One is BNP and the other one is Awami League, AWL, Awami League Party. So this BNP is Bangladesh Nationalist Party. So this Bangladesh Nationalist Party is a right-wing party. Right-wing party in the sense they promote core Sharia law, religious radicalism idea is being promoted. Lack of religious tolerance, etc. It's a core hardcore right-wing party. BNP is hardcore right-wing party. But whereas Awami League is a liberal party. Whenever Awami League is there in Bangladesh government, so we are having a good relation with Bangladesh. Whenever Awami League is not there, whenever BNP is there, we do not have a good relation with Bangladesh. Fine. Any doubt till here? We'll take a break after this. Any doubt? Fine. Okay, fine. So chalo then. Let's take a break and we'll start the class. Now it is 6:40. We'll start the class by 7. Yeah, until then we'll take a break now. If you guys have any doubt, let me know. Others, you can take a break. If you have doubt, you can put it here. Yeah, BNP is anti-India, Karthik. BNP is the right-wing party of Bangladesh. Yeah, break until 6:50. 11 minutes break. Benika, yeah, administrative things, it's better you contact with the concerned person here. Anything regarding academics, I'll be happy to help you. Yeah, now we are having a good relation with Bangladesh because Awami League is ruling. So whenever we have Awami League, we have a good relation with Bangladesh. No, from 1975 to 1990, army was ruling, army was controlling. So after 1990, we are having democracy. Democracy in the sense election. 1975 till 1990, no election in Bangladesh. It was controlled by army. From 1990 onwards, we are having elections. So in that election, there are two main parties. One is BNP and the other one is Awami League. So whenever we have BNP, BNP doesn't cooperate with India. Awami League properly cooperates with India. Yes, yes, Ramandeep. BNP is still there. BNP is the opposition party. Currently, BNP is the opposition party in Bangladesh. Lakshya, it would be better if you start writing answers. Okay, so fine. Why BNP is anti-India? Because yeah, Gunjan, break has started here. You can take the break. We are not discussing anything from the class perspective. I'm handling the individual candidates' doubts. So why BNP is anti-India? Because it's a right-wing party, and they feel that India is liberal country, and India, the majority Indian are a part of are a different religion than the religion that is there in Bangladesh. So that's the reason. Here, again, here, no politicization here. The current government is seen as a right wing government. When this right wing government engages with any other country of other religion, it is seen among their party members, it is not seen in a good light. So it's something like that. So, yeah. Yeah, what is the question, Arumita? Okay. Others, you can put all your questions. We'll answer it. Fine. Okay, so write on here political evolution. So just one line write on uh, evolution of political system in Bangladesh. Evolution of political system in Bangladesh. Evolution of political system in Bangladesh. Political system. First line write out 1971 to 1975. 1971 to 1975. Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. Sheikh Mujibur Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. Sheikh Mujibur Rahman was the leader of the government. So write down here within bracket you write 1975 assassination of assassination of Rahman. Assassination of Rahman. Assassination of Rahman. Assassination of Rahman. Next one write down 1975 to 1990. Military rule. Military rule in Bangladesh. Military rule in Bangladesh. Military rule in Bangladesh. Military rule in Bangladesh. Fine. The next one write down. Next one post 1990. Post 1990. That would be better, Yashi. Post 1990. In a sense, you can maintain running notes also. That would be best. In the sense, it will help you to be proactive in the class, understand better if you maintain running notes. Post 1990, democracy was re-established in Bangladesh. Post 1990, right on. Post 1990, two parties, two party were ruling ruling Bangladesh. So here, what are the party? BNP, Awami League Party. Awami League, AWL, Awami League Party. BNP is Nationalist, Bangladesh Nationalist Party. This is Awami League, Awami League Party, Awami League Party. Here hinted, this is close friend to India. Yeah. Okay, this is a political evolution of India, India and Bangladesh. So next write down, next and write down. Sorry, political evolution in Bangladesh. Next point write down. Evolution of India-Bangladesh relationship. Evolution of evolution evolution of India-Bangladesh relation. Evolution of India-Bangladesh relation. Evolution of India-Bangladesh relation. Simple points write down. Bangladesh except right on here, except during military rule, military rule 1975 till 1990, and during BNP government. BNP is Bangladesh Nationalist Party government in Bangladesh. India maintains India maintains India maintains very close ties, very close ties with very close ties with Bangladesh. Okay, so it was the evolution is very simple. So since beginning, India was a very close partner to Bangladesh, but however, it was only during the military rule we did not have a great engagement. But whenever we have BNP party, whenever whenever BNP party comes into Bangladesh, we don't have great engagement with Bangladesh as such. But however, when we have Awami League party, we have very good engagement with Awami League as such. Fine. So right on here. So right on this major issues between India and Bangladesh. Major, now let us see the major issues between India and Bangladesh. Major issues between India and Bangladesh. So first one write down. Major issues between India and Bangladesh. So first one write down. Illegal. Yeah. Illegal immigrants. Immigrants from Bangladesh. Bangladesh cause a refugee crisis in India. Refugee crisis in India. So why illegal immigrants from Bangladesh enter into India? What is the reason? Because the border between India and Bangladesh is not properly manned. Why it's not properly manned? A lot of river flows between India and Bangladesh, and it is a marshy land. It is forest, a Sundarbans region. It is a marshy land. It's a forested region, and a lot of river crosses. So as a reason, it is difficult to manage the borders. So between this write on, within bracket you write on, has it is difficult to manage the borders, as it is difficult to guard the borders, as it is difficult to guard the borders due to due to its marshy condition, marshy area marshy, due to its marshy area and forested region along borders, forested region along forested region along borders. So illegal immigration is one of the important issues that we have between India and Bangladesh as of now. The main reason is that the borders are not being are not being guarded properly because it is marshy condition. If you see the border area between India and Bangladesh, yeah, this region, if you see here, if you see this border, so Ganga river flows from here. Ganga river flows from, again it enters here. So this entire region is marshy in the sense has lot of wet area, and it is forested also. A lot of Ganga tributaries flows from Bangladesh, that is flows from West Bengal to Bangladesh. So as a reason, it is difficult to guard the border, so people from Bangladesh side can easily enter into India. So this is the illegal immigrants issue with respect to Bangladesh. So next one, right on. So next issue is that China factor. So right on here, China factor, China factor, China factor, China factor. Yeah, right on here. In the recent times, so after 2013, see here now, please recall what is China doing. So China, after this 2013, China has this Belt and Road Initiative project, right? BRI project. So through BRI project, China is investing a lot of money in Bangladesh, and Bangladesh has started importing defense equipments from China. So because of this, China, Bangladesh is moving closer to China compared to India. And again, India doesn't want China to increase its influence in Indian Ocean region. In Indian Ocean region, India is the leader. So India wants to maintain that supremacy in the Indian Ocean region. But however, this Bangladesh in the recent times, that is after 2013, it is slightly moving closer to China. So and in the recent times, Bangladesh has started taking weapons, or say buying weapons from China. So this has also affected, this is also causing a dispute between India and Bangladesh. So right on here, so right on here, post post 2013, post 2013, post 2013, Bangladesh, Bangladesh is moving closer, moving closer to China, moving closer to China, as it participated, as it participated in Belt and Road Initiative Project (BRI), as it participated in Belt and Road Initiative Project, Belt and Road Initiative Project. Fine. So China is investing investing in Bangladesh, and also supplying defense, and also supplying defense defense equipments, defense equipments to Bangladesh, and also supplying defense equipments to Bangladesh. So India, so next point right on, this is allowing, this is allowing allowing China to increase its influence, in Indian Ocean region. IORS, Indian Ocean region. Increase its influence in Indian Ocean region. Increase its influence in Indian Ocean region. Indian Ocean region. Fine. So India doesn't want. Yeah. अरे no, no, Ankit. No, Arumita, no, yeah, don't use B in exam. This is for your notes. Okay, so in actual exam you have to write Bangladesh itself. Guys, in actual examination, if you have to write 3 or 4 times Bangladesh, write entire Bangladesh. Don't use this one or say B or this thing. This is only for your understanding. Tahseen, yeah, previous slide. This one, Tahseen. Okay, okay, and the next divergence of interest. See, short forms like Akshay, short forms like say GOVT, these are allowed. The famous short forms like GOVT, BRI, so these are like allowed. So, but the newly created short form, like for Bangladesh, we are using this. For Afghanistan, you'll use this. So, yeah, BRI is Belt and Road Initiative. Okay, so next one, right down. Currently, right on here, growing radicalism. So, Bangladesh has some elements of radicalism in the recent times. So, right on here, growing element of radicalism. Growing element of radicalism in the recent times. Yeah, in the recent times. In the recent times, religious radicalism, religious radicalism, radicalism is increasing in Bangladesh, which has great which has great influence in India. Grima, radicalism means extreme ideas, extreme thought process. So that is radicalism. So in the recent times, the religious radicalism is increasing in Bangladesh. That is affecting that's actually affecting the India's society, because the radicalism thought that is there in Bangladesh, that is seeping into India. The ideologies that is promoted in Bangladesh through because of this religious radicalization, so that is entering into India. So this is the disputes. These are the broad disputes between India and Bangladesh. But for most of the areas, India and Bangladesh are a very close ally. So it is only in the recent times. We have some dispute between India and Bangladesh, but however, we are one of the closest ally. Fine. So next one, right down. So next issue is Citizenship Amendment Act. Citizenship Amendment Act 2019. Citizenship Amendment Act 2019. Citizenship Amendment Act 2019. See, again here, Citizenship Amendment Act 2019 is a part of your polity. So in polity, when you're doing citizenship, you then there you'll see. But I'll give a brief summary about the Citizenship Amendment Act. This was brought in 2019. So in the Citizenship Amendment Act, it was told that the religious minorities in Afghanistan, Bangladesh, and Pakistan. So in these three countries, Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Pakistan, in these three countries, the religious minorities, if they come to India, if they had come to India before 2014, India would give them citizenship. So that was the concept of Citizenship Amendment Act. Never in Indian history or say Indian constitution, citizenship was linked with religion. So citizenship in India, citizenship was never linked to religion. So the Citizenship Amendment Act told that if there is any religious minorities in Afghanistan, Bangladesh, and Pakistan, in these three countries, if the religious minorities in these three countries, if they have suffered some religious persecution and they had come to India before 2014, they could get Indian citizenship. So this was Citizenship Amendment Act. The issue here is that, so when we tell that people from Bangladesh who have suffered because religious persecution, it shows that Bangladesh is not capable enough to protect their citizen. So when one Indian law says that people who are suffering in Bangladesh, they can come to India, it shows that Bangladesh government is not fit enough to support their own people. It's something like this. If hypothetical example, if something like this, if USA says that people who are poor in India and are suffering, we will give them citizenship. People who are suffering in India, we will give them citizenship. So it means that Indian government has not doesn't have adequate capability to protect our own citizenship. That's why another country is intervening. So similarly, Citizenship Amendment Act says that people in Bangladesh who have suffered religious persecution, we will give them citizenship. Fine. And again, so when we are telling this, Bangladesh got irked, saying that we have capacity, we will protect our own people. So Bangladesh told that we will protect our own people. You need not intervene in our internal matters. We will protect our own people. So that was called as yeah, because of the Citizenship Amendment Act, currently there is some friction between India and Bangladesh. Understood, right? So right on this point, because Awami League Party is a very close ally of India, Sakshi. And see, Awami League Party, na, the Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, the Sheikh Hasina, Indira Gandhi, she is very close to Indira Gandhi. So Sheikh Hasina, very close. In fact, Indira Gandhi gave her refugee, Sheikh Hasina. So she is very close to India. She studied in India also, because of the civil war in Bangladesh. She was in India. So Sheikh Hasina was in India. So Awami League Party is very close to India, and it was India who helped. Awami League Party was fighting for Bangladesh independence. India helped Awami League Party to get independence. So that's the reason Awami League is close ally of India. Okay, so right on here, Citizenship Amendment Act 2019. The clause, the clause, the clause of giving, giving citizenship, citizenship, citizenship to religious minority, religious minority, religious minority, giving Indian citizenship. The clause of giving Indian citizenship, the clause of giving Indian citizenship to religious minority of Bangladesh has irked Bangladesh, and Bangladesh sees Citizenship Amendment Act as as Bangladesh sees Citizenship Amendment Act as violating domestic, yeah, violating Bangladesh's domestic politics, domestic policies. Okay, Bangladesh sees the Citizenship Amendment Act as intervening in their domestic politics, or say violating in their domestic politics, violating Bangladesh domestic politics policies. So this is the broad issues that we have between India and Bangladesh, but more or less we are a close ally with Bangladesh. So these are the only two. As of now, if you see, there are two major issues: is Citizenship Amendment Act and this thing, that is China factor. And but however, the religion, in migration issue we spoke about, right? The first one, the migration issues. The migration issues again here is not some major thing as of now. So the migration from Bangladesh to India has reduced substantially. So now it is not the major issue. Currently, there are two broad issues that we have. One is with respect to radicalism, and the other one is with respect to respect to China factor. And another trivial issue between India and Bangladesh is Tista River. So next one, again, this is kind of resolved. Tista River is kind of yeah, it's resolved. But however, please see here, everything or land, there was a land boundary dispute between India and Bangladesh that got resolved. Tista River issue also got resolved, but however, I'll explain. See here. So this is your Tista River. See here, everywhere on the board. So this is your Tista River. Tista River is a tributary of Brahmaputra. Tista River passes via India's West Bengal and enters into Bangladesh. So Indian, that is West Bengal, says that we require Tista water for agriculture and drinking purpose. But however, Bangladesh also depends on Tista River for agriculture and drinking water purpose. So in 2011, it was finalized that we will be sharing the sharing equation. Everything was finalized in 2011. But from 2011 onwards, whenever there is any drought situation, in the sense, if Tista water has less volume of, if Tista river has less amount of water due to monsoon failure, that year India's West Bengal, that is West Bengal, doesn't give them water, in the sense, not completely stop, but gives less water to Bangladesh. It is currently only during the drought year we are having an issue, but or else the equation has been clearly discussed and finalized. So now there is no issue as such. So with respect to Bangladesh, as of now, the only issue is with respect to China and with respect to the Citizenship Amendment Act. But however, this Tisa River issue and all, more or less, it has been resolved. Fine. So write down here Tisa River issues. One line write down Tisa River issues. Tista River, Tista River is a tributary tributary of Brahmaputra River. Brahmaputra, tributary of Brahmaputra River. It's a tributary of Brahmaputra River. Right on. In 2011, both India India and Bangladesh agreed agreed to share Tista River water. Tista River water. So what was the share? The share was 42 percentage, 42.5 percentage to India, 37.5 percentage to Bangladesh, and 20 percentage for ecological purpose. Ecological purpose. Ecological purpose. 42 percentage, 42 percentage, 37.5 percentage, and 20 percentage. So 42 percentage of Tista River will be taken by India, and 37.5 percentage of Tista River would be taken by Bangladesh, and remaining 20 percentage of the water will be sent to Bay of Bengal, because even the delta formation, for ecological purpose we require water, or else the fish will die, or else the ecosystem will also get affected. So because of that, we are having this agreement, that is 47.5%, 42.5 percentage to India, 37.5 percentage to Bangladesh, and 20 percentage for ecological purpose. See, Gaurav, ecological purpose means your mouth of the river will have an ecosystem. So ecosystem, it can be littoral ecosystem would be there. This littoral ecosystem requires some amount of water to survive. If we divert all the water and we use it for agriculture purpose, industry purpose, what will happen to this ecosystem which was depending on Tista river water? What will happen to the fishes that was depending on Tista river? It will die. So we should also protect the ecology. So that's the reason this formula was derived. So next, below this, write down, however, during one line, write down, however, during drought situation, during drought condition, during drought, during drought condition, the river sharing, the river water sharing issue, the river water sharing issues, river water sharing issues arise. River water sharing issues arise. So this is the broad issue that we have it in India and Bangladesh. Fine. So now let us see the convergence of interest between India and Bangladesh. What is the convergence of interest between India and Bangladesh? So right on here, convergence of interest between India and Bangladesh. Convergence of interest between India and Bangladesh. So what are the convergence of interest between India and Bangladesh? See, both India and Bangladesh are an emerging economy, and Bangladesh, the population of Bangladesh is also very big, and population of India is 140 crore people. So Bangladesh, what are the product that Bangladesh produces, they can sell it into India, and what are the product that India has competitive edge, we can sell it into Bangladesh. So because Bangladesh, the population of Bangladesh is also very big, so we have similar convergence of interest from economic dimension. That is, economic cooperation is a convergence of interest. First point, right on economic cooperation. First point, economic economic yeah economic cooperation, economic cooperation to boost to boost to boost bilateral bilateral trade, to boost bilateral trade and investment, to boost bilateral trade and investment, to boost bilateral trade and investment. See, from Bangladesh perspective, in India is a big country, big market. From India's perspective, Bangladesh is a big market. So we require that is bilateral trade and investment is important for both of us. And the next one, right on. Next one, right on. Disaster management coordination. Disaster disaster management disaster management coordination. So what is this disaster management coordination? If you see here, both India and Bangladesh are a rim country of Bay of Bengal. India and Bangladesh are a rim country of Bay of Bengal. If you see here, yeah, so this is your Bangladesh. Hmm, yeah, somewhere this is your Bangladesh. So this is your Bay of Bengal. Yeah, Bay of Bengal. So both India, so if you see here, both yeah, India and Bangladesh are a rim country of Bay of Bengal. So Bay of Bengal has a high frequency of cyclones. So if Bay of Bengal of highest frequency of cyclone, so it is going to affect India as well as Bangladesh. So disaster management coordination is helpful. That is, India can help Bangladesh in coordinating the disaster management. Bangladesh can help India in coordinating the disaster management. So it is, we are on the same page. That is, we want to help each other in managing the disasters. So write down here, disaster management coordination as both both India and Bangladesh face similar similar type of disasters, within bracket like example cyclone, cyclone. Yes, the recent cyclone remind. So again, both India and Bangladesh are suffering. So in disaster management cooperation, we require both India requires Bangladesh support and Bangladesh requires India's support. And the next one, write down, next convergence of interest is that to counter terrorism, to counter to counter terrorism, to counter to counter terrorism, to counter terrorism in the region and establish and and ensure peace and ensure peace and stability, peace and stability in the region, peace and stability in the region. Okay, see here, counterterrorism. If there is any terrorism in the Bay of Bengal region, if there is any terrorism in our South Asia region, it is going to affect the investments. It people will not invest in this region. If there is any terrorism in the region, the trade activities cannot take properly. If there is any terrorism in the region, both India and Bangladesh have to spend a lot of money on military activities rather than spending on education, rather than spending on healthcare. So it is in the interest of both India and Bangladesh, that is, both of them needs to work from the counter-terrorism mechanisms. So if both of them jointly focus on counter-terrorism, it becomes very much easy to manage terrorism. So as a reason, and the countries can focus on other socio-economic developmental perspective. So that is here second, that is the third convergence of interest, third convergence of interest. The fourth convergence of interest, right out. See, Shailaja and others, disaster management coordination, both India and Bangladesh are a part of your rim of Bay of Bengal. Rim of Bay of Bengal, in the sense, this is your Bay of Bengal. So both India and Bangladesh are the rim of Bay of Bengal, and Bay of Bengal has a lot of cyclones. So since it has a lot of cyclones, both it is going to affect both India and Bangladesh together. So if India and Bangladesh together manage the disaster response, or say manage the disaster properly, so it is going to help both India and Bangladesh. Rather than having multiple radar systems, both India and Bangladesh can have one radar system, so that we can share the resources and we can share the rescue mechanisms also. So we are on the same page. That is, India and Bangladesh are on the same page regarding disaster management. So this is the convergence of interest. How Bangladesh faces terrorism? Yeah, mainly the religious radicalist group. They support terror entities.
So whenever the BNP party comes into power in Bangladesh, so they do not control the religious radical groups, and these religious radical groups, they support the militant groups, and this causes militant problem in Bangladesh. And the next one, right out, energy cooperation. Next one, energy cooperation, energy cooperation. See, Bangladesh has a lot of water resources. Because Ganga flows via Bangladesh and enters Bay of Bengal. Brahmaputra flows via Bangladesh and enters Bay of Bengal. Both these two big rivers flows into Bangladesh. So as a reason, Bangladesh has a huge amount of water, and this has a high HEP potential, hydroelectric power project potential. So Bangladesh has high amount of HEP potential. HEP is hydroelectric power projects. HEP hydroelectric power. HEP means hydroelectric power. So Bangladesh has huge potential of HEP, but however Bangladesh do not have money. So India, that's the reason why Indian companies are investing in Bangladesh to construct the HEP power projects, where Indian companies will also get some benefit, Bangladesh will also get some benefit. So India doesn't have adequate power. India has a power deficit. So India requires huge amount of electricity which is not being generated in India. And Bangladesh has huge amount of water reserves. So Bangladesh has a high potential of HEP, hydroelectric power projects, hydroelectric power potential. So Indian companies are investing in Bangladesh to generate HEP, and this HEP can be supplied to India, and Bangladesh will also take some benefit out of this. So both, it is going to help both India and Bangladesh. So this is the next convergence of interest. So right down here, energy cooperation, Bangladesh, energy cooperation, Bangladesh has high HEP. HEP is hydroelectric power potential, high HEP potential, high HEP potential. Bangladesh has high HEP hydroelectric power potential, high HEP potential, but lack lack funds and technology, technology to construct it, to construct it. However, India India is helping Bangladesh in this regard. India is helping Bangladesh in this regard. India also gets power from Bangladesh. India in return, India in return gets power, gets electricity, gets HEP from Bangladesh, gets HEP from Bangladesh, gets HEP from Bangladesh, gets HEP from Bangladesh. So this is the energy cooperation. And next one is cooperation in climate change mitigation. Cooperation, cooperation in climate change mitigation, climate change mitigation efforts, mitigation efforts, as both nations, as both nations face similar problem, Similar problem within bracket example sea level rise, sea level sea level rise. Okay, in terms of again in terms of climate change also, both India and Bangladesh are cooperating. That is, both India and Bangladesh are on the same page because climate change is causing sea level rise and it is affecting both India and Bangladesh. So India and Bangladesh they are jointly taking efforts to mitigate the climate change. So these are the convergence of interest between India and Bangladesh. So next point right on convergence of interest, cooperation, cooperation at regional grouping, cooperation at region groupings like SARC, SARC, BIMSTEC. I'll explain what is SARC, BIMSTEC. Just write down this SARC, BIMSTEC, etc. BIMSTEC, SARC, BIMSTEC, etc. to push the joint interest in the region. Okay, so there are multiple regional groupings are there, like SARC, BIMSTEC. So what is SARC, BIMSTEC? We'll take it later on, but now just focus here. SARC, BIMSTEC, etc. So in this groupings, India and Bangladesh needs to work together so that we can push our interest in this grouping. So these are the broad convergence of interest. Yeah, these are the broad convergence of interest. Yes, Lakshay, you can do that. Broad convergence of interest between India and Bangladesh. BIMSTEC, that is BIMSTEC. So we'll take it up when we take up the region grouping. We'll take up this now. Right on this. These are the region groupings in at South Asia level. Okay. So now write on measures to overcome. Way ahead. Way ahead. Way ahead. Way ahead. First one is diplomatic. So how to build see with respect to Bangladesh, there are no major divergence of interest. What are the divergence of interest that we saw was written before the convergence of interest. That is all the disputes between India and Bangladesh. What you wrote, right? So that is your divergence of interest. As of now, there's no big divergence of interest between India and Bangladesh as such. No, Sakshi, that's what I'm telling. So divergence of interest is nothing but the disputes between India and Bangladesh. Okay, fine. Just write it in a small box. Divergence of interest is the disputes between India and Bangladesh. Divergence of interest is the disputes between India and Bangladesh. Divergence of interest is the disputes between India and Bangladesh. See, with respect to please see here, with respect to big countries like say China, Afghanistan, Pakistan, these are not so friendly countries where we have a divergence of interest. But however, with respect to Bangladesh or say Bhutan, etc., there's no major divergence of interest. So divergence of interest is similar to your disputes between India and Bangladesh as such. There's no explicit need of writing divergence of interest. You could either write divergence of interest or you could write disputes between India and Bangladesh. It's one and the same, more or less. Fine. Okay, so right here, way ahead is first one is increasing diplomatic ties. increasing diplomatic increasing diplomatic ties. Next one is strengthening strengthening bilateral economic cooperation. Bilateral economic cooperation. Strengthening bilateral economic cooperation. Third one, strengthening bilateral economic cooperation. And next one is promoting people to people contact. Promoting people to people contact. And the next one is cooperating cooperating in regional and international grouping. Regional and international grouping. So this is the way ahead so that we can overcome the divergence of interest or say dispute between India and Bangladesh. Fine. Okay, so any doubt till here? So now let us take on the next one. So that is India Sri Lanka relation. India Sri Lanka relation. So please write it down. India Sri Lanka relation. India Sri Lanka relation. Okay, any doubts in this one? India Bangladesh relation, all clear? All good. Okay, so now let us start with India Sri Lanka relation. See, in order to understand India Sri Lanka relation, in order to understand the India Sri Lanka relation, first you need to understand the political landscape of Sri Lanka. Shruti, people to people relation in the sense, in terms of education, that is, we can bring the Bangladesh students into India, Indian students can go to Bangladesh. In terms of movies, in terms of culture, in terms of cuisine, so this is people to people contact. So if you have engaged in these aspects, so that is your people to people contact. Simran, LET means Lashkar-e-Taiba, JEM means Jaish-e-Mohammed. So these are the terror organizations that are terror in the sense the militant organizations in Pakistan. So these militant organizations, they keep attacking India. But however, this militant organization get funding and weapons from Taliban. No, that was a different thing, Madhu. Kashmir issue was nothing to do with this 1971 war. It was regarding Bangladesh issue. 1971 war was regarding Bangladesh, not Kashmir. 65 was Kashmir. 1965 war was with Kashmir. Kargil war was with Kashmir. Okay, fine. Okay, any other doubts? Please let me know. Which one? Which one, Nikhil? Which one is resolved? Nikita, HEP means hydroelectric power. HEP is hydroelectric power. Yes, Ankita. We have IFS officers in Afghan now. Matlab we have started the embassy. Matlab reopened the embassy. Okay, fine. Any doubt? Done. Okay. Yes, Samo, please send it. Okay. Okay. So okay, now let us see with the political landscape of Sri Lanka. See, in order to understand the evolution of India-Bangladesh relation, we understood the political evolution of Bangladesh. That is, initially we had a good relation. Whenever there's a democratic government, we had good relation. That is, during military rule, we did not have good relation with Bangladesh. During BNP rule, Bangladesh Nationalist Party, we did not have good relation with Bangladesh. But however, whenever Awami League party is there, we are having good relation with Bangladesh. So that helped us in analyzing the evolution of relation between India and Bangladesh. Similarly, in order to understand the evolution of relationship between India and Sri Lanka, first let us know what is the political landscape in Sri Lanka. So first let us understand the political landscape in Sri Lanka. So the political landscape in Sri Lanka is such that, so both Sri Lanka was before independence. Sri Lanka was also a colony of British. So Sri Lanka was a colony of British. So that is from 19 India got independence in 1947. This got independence. Sri Lanka got independence 48. So from 19, please see here. So initially, since India and Sri Lanka suffered the same atrocities of British, British looted both India and Sri Lanka. So India and Sri Lanka were on the same page because both suffered from British atrocities. So what happened? Beginning itself, that is from 1948 till 1956, we had very good relation. See, after analyzing all the countries, you'll get to know that why the world even today celebrates Nehru. So, what happened in Bangladesh? So, initially, for 3 to 4 years, there was peace and then military rule. The same thing happened in Sri Lanka. The same thing happened in Pakistan. Afghanistan is never was never under a stable government. The same thing happened in Myanmar. So after independence, few years of peace, and then we have military rule. But whereas in India, it was a stable government. Even today, we are having a stable government because we had a very strong leadership in the beginning. So no matter what the media says or say anyone says, it is because our freedom fighters were having a very determined approach in creating a stable government or a stable constitution as such. If you consider here the political landscape in 1948, 1947, 48, from 1948 onwards, we started having good relation with Sri Lanka because both suffered from British. So India and Sri Lanka started having good relation from 48 onwards. So by the time 1956, please see here, now you have to focus here. From 1956 onwards in Sri Lanka, majoritarianism started. So majoritarianism means, please see here, majoritarianism means in Sri Lanka, Buddhism is the majority. Buddhism, yeah, Buddhism is the majority religion. Sinhala is the majority language. So after 1956 onwards, this Sri Lankan government moved towards majoritarianism. And please see here, the region that is marked in red, this is a minority region means Tamil. So in Sri Lanka, the minority are Tamil and the majority are Buddhist Sinhali. They are known as Sinhalis are the majority, minority are Tamil. In India, it's something like Hindus versus minorities, right? In Sri Lanka, it is Buddhist versus Tamil. On the basis of language, it is Sinhalese are the majority language, minority language are Tamil. So what happened after 1956 till say 1970s? Please understand this concept. From 1956 till 1970s, what happened was that the Sri Lankan government started focusing on a majoritarianism approach, in the sense they declared Buddhism as a state religion. But whereas the Hindus are also there, Islam people are also there, Christians are also there. Despite that, Sri Lanka told that Buddhism is the state religion. And then Sri Lanka in this period 1956 to 1970s, what Sri Lanka did was, Sri Lanka considered Sinhala as the only official language, no other language. There are Tamil speaking people are there, Urdu speaking people are there, other languages are also there, but however only Sinhala was considered as a national language. So again here, so religion of minorities, language of minorities was not respected from 1956 till 1970s. So as a reason, these minorities did not get proper representation in the government. That is first thing. And the government was not ensuring development to the minorities. See what happened to Pakistan. Who was the minority here? Bangladesh was the minority. When the original Pakistan was there on two sides, Bangladesh was the minority. Pakistan did not respect Bangla culture, Bangla language. So as a reason, Bangladesh came out. So similarly, even in Sri Lanka also, that's why Indian leadership is celebrated, because despite having such diverse society, we are still united. So when British left India, almost all the Western scholars were telling that India would get disintegrated in a few years. Even today, we are integrated because we do respect the diversity, and there's no discrimination between. matlab, officially, there's no discrimination between minorities and majority as such. But if you see, whichever country has followed the majoritarian approach, it always leads into some bad thing itself. We'll take the example of Myanmar. So later on, we'll take the example of Nepal. We'll take the example of Myanmar, and you'll get to know that what happens if the majoritarianism approaches are taken. So in Sri Lanka, 1956 till 1971, 1970s, majoritarianism approach was followed. That is, Buddhism was followed. Buddhism was made as a state religion. Sinhalas was made as a state language. So the minorities did not get proper representation in the government, and the minorities were not treated properly by the government. The government was run by majoritarian community. So as a reason, what happened from 1970s onwards? See here, please see here. From 1970s onwards, there was a political unrest shown by this Tamil minorities. Political interest shown by Tamil minorities. After 1970s, a full-fledged, full-scale civil war broke out in 1983. Full-scale civil war from 1983 till 2009. Look at this. From 1983 till 2009, there was a civil war, on and off civil war. Almost a civil war lasted for almost 3 decades. Sri Lanka was under civil war, and after 2009 onwards, we are having a stable political setup from 2009. Please see here, from 2009 till 2022, more or less stable government. More or less, it's a stable government. On and off, there are some turmoils, but more or less, it's a stable government. In 2022, end of 2022, what happened? There was an economic crisis. People did not have money. People, high inflation, no fuel, no petrol, lack of supply of basic goods, etc. So there was an economic crisis in 2002. So after this, we are having politically unstable government. So 2000, post 2002, sorry, post 2022, we are not having a stable government in Sri Lanka. Understood? Yes, Tarun, enough for this. Enough for today. Okay. Okay, understood. This is the general political landscape of Sri Lanka. Okay, so tomorrow I'll again briefly summarize this and give you the notes, and then we'll take up the remaining part. Fine. Okay, so chalo then. So thank you guys. So good night. So thank you.